Welcome, YouTube. This is Gotmark76, and tonight, Baltimore, Maryland is where the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance will be. Our opening contest of the evening will be the World Television Champion Flying Brian Pillman defending up against Varsity Club member Captain Mike Rotunda. And here we are getting away. And fans, of course, the big main event tonight is the second 2 out of 3 falls match between Nature Boy Ric Flair and Nikita Koloff. Ric Flair has a 1-0 lead in the best of the 2 out of 3 falls matches. So tonight we will either see a world champion crowned in Ric Flair, or Nikita Koloff will tie the match and the series at 1 apiece. If that is the case, then next week in Philadelphia will be the third and deciding encounter. But before then, Pillman sends Captain Mike out to the floor, and a beautiful springboard maneuver. And Brian Pillman, this young man is electric, folks. A high flyer, full of excitement. And he is the current television champion, and he takes a dive to the floor. Rotunda with a shoulder block knocks Pillman down. And Captain Mike is no stranger to the television championship himself, looking to get that title back around his waist and back in the Varsity Club. Also tonight, folks, we have Dusty Rhodes defending the United States Championship against Arn Anderson. So a big night of wrestling from the National Wrestling Alliance tonight. And Pillman throws Rotunda back in the ring. And Pillman now working the upper back of Rotunda, going up to the top rope. He's signaling for Rotunda to get back to his feet. And he nails him with a crossbody, a shoulder block of some sort. And I think Pillman landed wrong. Both men are shaken up. Pillman's going to go for the cover anyway. I don't think he got all of it. Yeah, 1 count. And Rotunda kicked out. And a big clothesline takes Rotunda down. Something didn't land right with that. Oh, and a beautiful reversal by Rotunda. Something didn't land right with that top rope maneuver by Pillman. And a big forearm smash takes Rotunda to the outside. And Rotunda with a chop and a bunch of fists has Pillman up, who reverses it into a scorpion death drop on the floor. There is no mat around ringside, folks. And now Pillman picks up Rotunda on a big slam down to the floor again. Rotunda back in the ring, going up top. He is a high flyer. Rotunda down, Pillman up, waiting for him to get back to his feet. And he launches for the top turnbuckle and down. And the fans here in Baltimore love it as Pillman is in firm control of this title defense. And the referee counts up to 8, gets back into the ring, does Rotunda. And into the turnbuckle, a beautiful spine buster. Pillman goes for the cover. This could be it. 1, 2, and a kick out, a 2 by Rotunda. And a belly-to-belly suplex takes Rotunda down. That's not all, says Pillman. Picks it back up. And nails him with a clothesline. And wait a second, Games Master Kevin Sullivan at ringside distracting Brian Pillman, allowing Rotunda to get back to his feet. And catches the leg of Pillman and smashing an elbow. And now Rotunda has Pillman up in a fireman's carry. And a slam down. And Rotunda can feel it. He sees that television championship coming back around his waist, allowing Pillman to get back to his feet. And a beautiful butterfly suplex maneuver into a bridge. 1, this could be it. 2, and a kick out by Pillman. A beautiful bridge suplex. And Rotunda had Pillman, and Pillman able to kick out at the very last second, setting Pillman up again, and a slam down. Going for the cover, his feet on the ropes, trying to steal the championship on, and the kick out. A kick out by Pillman. And a snapmare takeover. Now he's going for the cover. And a kick out at 1. You're not going to beat Rotunda with a snapmare takeover. But you might beat him by going to the top. And here comes Pillman. Air Pillman again. Allowing Mike Rotunda to get back to his feet. It could be that crossbody. And he nails him again. And awkwardly does not go for the cover. Usually it's in the pinfall. And that may have allowed too much time. 1, 2, and oh, a kick out. Again, not a smooth transition to a pinfall. And that just goes to show how Captain Mike has scouted this match. He knows Pillman, well, not too many people do, as a newcomer. And another spine buster by Pillman. But he's seen him enough that he knows to scout that top rope crossbody. And that's 2 times in this match. And a beautiful dropkick by Pillman. And Pillman again going up top. Could he be setting up for a third crossbody? Rotunda has already defended against the previous 2. Does not defend against this one. And beautiful. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And flying Brian Pillman retains the television championship. Folks, I thought Mike Rotunda had a chance. He scouted that top rope crossbody 2 times. Did not allow himself to be put in a pinning predicament. But the 3rd time was the charm. And I thought this was it right here with that beautiful bridge suplex. Pillman kicks out at the very last second. Watch 2. And the referee coming down, kicked out by Pillman. And there was the beginning of the end. A crossbody. Here it comes. And the 3rd time, able to hook the leg. Folks, your winner and still NWA television champion, Flying Brian Pillman. And the fans here in Baltimore showing their appreciation of Brian Pillman. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with more action from Baltimore after this quick timeout. And our next contest will be the NWA United States Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, taking on AA Arn Anderson. Now, this match was originally scheduled to be a tag team match, as Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard were going to defend their tag team championship against Dusty Rhodes and Barry Windham. However, in recent weeks, Barry Windham has not been answering the telephone calls of the American Dream. So this match has turned into a one-on-one match, and if anything, makes out well for Arn Anderson, who is now an opportunity at the United States Championship. Dusty Rhodes in control early going here. And very unlike Barry Windham to not answer his friend, his mentor, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I'm sure if we find out more information, folks, we will pass it along. And Dusty Rhodes going to work now on Arn Anderson, who reverses it with a kick of his own. And now the Dream fights back with an elbow to the head. And whips Anderson into the ropes. And a stalemate. And now Dusty has Arn up for a pile driver and spikes him down to the ground. And Dusty Rhodes catering to the fans, now getting into it with J.J. Dillon at ringside, which allows Arn Anderson to get back to his feet in an inverted atomic drop. And these two know each other so long. They have a rich history of trading championships back and forth. And Arn Anderson looking to capture the United States Championship from the Dream, who has Anderson in the corner and punching away. And the Dream nailing Anderson in the corner. 10 punches in the corner, and Anderson goes down. And the crowd is eating it up in Baltimore. And Dusty whips Anderson in again to the opposite turnbuckle. And again, Dusty pounding away with fists on Arn Anderson. And 10 for good measure. And Anderson is down and in trouble. And a bulldog by the Dream. Goes for the cover. That could be it. Gets a 2 count. And Anderson kicks out at 2. And a beautiful maneuver by Dusty. And a gorilla press slam down goes Anderson. And again, J.J. Dillon distracting the American Dream, allowing Anderson to get up in a scorpion death drop. And now Arn working the arm, which the Andersons are so good at doing, stomping away at the arm, a good old Greco-Roman style kick. And Arn Anderson is now in control, picking up Rhodes in a snapmare takeover. And still working that arm, wrenching back on that left arm of Dusty Rhodes. And you can see Dusty might be losing a little bit of feeling, tapping that arm. He is not, of course, tapping out, just trying to get feeling back in the arm. He was able to get out of it. A good punch to the gut will break that maneuver, and an elbow to the back of the head. And Dusty whips Arn in. Another stalemate. These two know each other so well. And again. Oh, and a reversal. I think Dusty was going for a pile driver, and Arn Anderson turned it into a DDT. Not quite of the finishing maneuver, but one that acted like a great defense mechanism. And a reversal again. Dusty just did the same thing Arn did to him moments ago, with a DDT of his own. And now the Dream feeling it, punching and jabbing away. And the double fist takes Anderson down. Goes for the cover, and J.J. Dillon distracting the referee. Dusty Rhodes had the cover. J.J. distracted the referee. And that might turn out to be detrimental if this match goes in favor of Arn Anderson. But Dusty Rhodes staying on top of the enforcer. And a kick to the gut goes Anderson. Inverted atomic drop takes Dusty Rhodes down. And Dusty rolls to the outside floor. Folks, the Horsemen are in full tonight. Tully Blanchard is in the building, although this was not a tag team match as previously announced. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the match, Barry Windham has not been answering the phone call of the American Dream. There might be trouble in that relationship. If we find out any more information, folks, we will keep you posted. And a big clothesline on the outside floor. And the referee is counting. And Dusty stomping away. He'll take the count-out victory. Why not? He'll retain that U.S. Championship any way he can. Especially against one of his fiercest rivals in Arn Anderson. And Dusty had a submission maneuver. It looked like Anderson was tapping, but it did not occur inside the ring. And now J.J. Dillon again. Distracting Dusty Rhodes, enabling Arn Anderson to slide back in, and from behind rakes the back. And a spine buster takes Dusty Rhodes down. And Anderson feeling the effects of this matchup, groggy, not going for the cover. And he's setting up Dusty for something. And here it is. The DDT nails him. And Dusty's in trouble. If he goes for the cover, we could have a new United States champion. Pulls him to the middle of the ring. And goes for the cover. The referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dusty Rhodes. And Anderson arguing with the referee over the speed of the count. But staying on top of the Dream is Arn Anderson, raking the neck. And J.J. Dillon shouting instruction from ringside. And Anderson with a big elbow drop on the Dusty Rhodes. Anderson in complete control here. And as I say that, it's a reversal by Dusty Rhodes. Fireman takeover. Picks up Anderson. Going for the chop reversed. And a step over toe hold takes Dusty Rhodes down. Anderson going for the cover again. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Anderson has been close to winning this match. And another elbow drop misses the mark. Dusty Rhodes gets up, jabbing away. And here he comes again. The double fist. And I think Anderson's been busted open. He has. Wearing that crimson red mask. And Dusty with a bionic elbow nails it. Arn Anderson and JJ Dillon's in the ring. What's he doing? Breaking up the count. The referee's laying that slide. He breaks it up again. What is the referee doing? He's warning JJ. That's 2 times. He broke up a count for 3 times. JJ broke up the count. The referee's letting it go on. JJ has Dusty Rhodes and rams him into the turnbuckle, and that's it. Disqualification. The second 2 out of 3 falls match for the currently held up NWA World Championship occurs tonight. Ric Flair with a 1-0 lead on Nikita Koloff. And fans, we thank you for tuning in tonight to Baltimore. This should be a good one. Either Ric Flair walks away the new world champion or Nikita ties the contest and we head to Philadelphia next week. And now these 2 combatants out on the floor. And Flair stomping away, punching away now at Nikita with a chop and another chop. And the 3rd chop takes Nikita down. And Flair having his way with Nikita Koloff on the outside of the floor. It's been an exciting night here at Baltimore. We had the television title defended by Brian Pillman. The United States champion Dusty Rhodes defeated, as a count-out, a disqualification over Tully Blanchard. And J.J. Dillon back at ringside here to accompany Ric Flair. Hopefully there won't not be more of that interference on J.J.'s behalf. And Flair continually stomping away on Nikita on the outside. And a hip toss takes Flair down. And Nikita gaining control on the outside. Referee not counting. I think he knows the importance of this matchup. And now both combatants back in the ring, and Nikita catches Flair's leg, and a big clothesline takes Flair down. And now Nikita in control. Ironic that when they were on the outside of the floor, Ric Flair had control, but now that they're back in the ring, Nikita takes over. And a reversal sends Nikita into the turnbuckle, and Flair putting Nikita up on the top rope. And could this be a belly-to-back suplex? It is, off the 2nd turnbuckle. And Flair's going to go for the cover, trying to get this early advantage. 1, 2, and a kick out by Nikita. And a chop by Flair takes Nikita down. Goes for the cover. And a count of 1, Nikita's up. And now Ric Flair with a front face lock into an abdominal stretch. I just don't see Nikita giving up. And Flair letting go. Going for the cover. Makes sense there. You know, I don't see Nikita as one who submits, even though he did submit to the figure 4 leg lock last week in Atlanta. But it might have been easier for Flair to get that 3 count after wearing Nikita down, and drops the elbow in the back of Nikita. And now again going for the cover. 2, and a kick out again by Nikita. But each kick out takes energy from Nikita. So Ric Flair, and a big beautiful hip toss by Nikita, now in control again. And the Fireman's Takeover takes Nikita down to the ground. This has been a back and forth contest thus far here in Baltimore. And Flair whips Nikita into the ropes. And a beautiful hip toss. And Nikita's reeling. And Flair is strutting. He knows if he wins this match, 2 out of 3 falls, that he will be once again the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And Nikita, not only does he need this match to tie the 2 out of 3 falls contest, but he needs to prove to himself that his victory over Ric Flair at the Clash of the Champions was not a fluke. And I think that means more to, I'm going to say this, I think that means more to Nikita than the actual championship. He needs to know that he can beat Ric Flair and do so without any controversy. And an elbow drop on Nikita, and Flair has regained control for this matchup. Goes for the cover. 2, And a kick out again by Nikita. And Flair arguing with the referee over the pace of the count. And Ric Flair setting up Nikita. Hasn't been working the legs. Oh, it's beautiful. It's going to be the bridge suplex. And there it is. He nails Nikita with it. Down on the back of his neck. Did not go for a pinning combination there. But look at the impact on the back of the neck of Nikita. And if he goes for the cover, that should be it. 1, 2, and a kick out again by Nikita. And Flair is in disbelief. Flair has been known to use that bridge suplex. Did not do so in a pinning combination there, and it may have cost him the first pinfall of this contest. And now he's working the legs. Again, working the leg of Nikita. He could be setting him up for that figure 4. A third time, a kick to the back of the leg. A stomp to the front of the leg. And Flair has Nikita reeling. Oh, and he's grabbing him in the family jewels. Come on, referee, get in there. Did it right in front of the referee. I can't believe there was no disqualification. Now Flair removing the top turnbuckle pad. Has Nikita. Into the ropes goes Nikita. And another hip toss. And Flair has been working the back of Nikita methodically during the course of this match. Again into the ropes. And a chop. And now Nikita firing back. It woke up Nikita. A chop again, takes Nikita down, picks him up, a chop again, takes him down. Thought Nikita was coming back as he got that chop and something woke up inside of Flair, ropes him into that turnbuckle, that exposed turnbuckle. And Nikita's in trouble, drops the elbow. Ric Flair in control. And he's gonna go for the cover, could this be it? 1, 2, and 3, and Ric Flair has a 1 pinfall to 0 lead over Nikita Koloff. If he goes for the cover again, inside cradle. Oh, he was near the ropes. If Flair wins 1 more pinfall, he will be the World Heavyweight Champion. And chopping away at Nikita, and Flair has been in control, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Nikita. Koloff has been on the defensive the most of this match. And Flair whips Nikita into the ropes. And a stalemate. And now Nikita with a neck breaker. And he nails Flair. Nikita in somewhat of control. Picking up Flair. And he's setting him up for that brain buster. And he nails it. And that usually leads to the... Oh, he's going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by 2 on the Nature Boy. That brainbuster usually leads to the Russian sickle. Maybe Nikita thought he could get the pinfall victory. Now he's setting him up. He's waiting for Flair to get up. And he nails him with a Russian sickle. Beautiful maneuver. Nikita going for the cover. Referee 1, 2, and 3. And the match is tied at 1. Nikita has Flair into the turnbuckle. And Nikita, I think he's going to charge into the turnbuckle. And Flair moves out of the way. And Nikita's head stumped into the top turnbuckle. Inside cradle, 1, 2, and 3. And Ric Flair has won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The second 2 out of 3 falls match back to back. And here's a replay shoving Nikita head first. Was working that lower neck and that upper back all match. And Nikita went head first and almost like a stinger to his neck. And then an inside cradle gets a 3 count. And there's your winner, Flair. And Ric Flair, wait a second, he's grabbing the steel chair. He's going to attack Nikita when he's down. And wait a second, here's Barry Windham. Windham grabs a chair out of Flair's hand. Sends a new champion out of the ring. And wait a second, Windham with a chair to the back of Nikita. What's going on? It's Barry Windham, the 4th member of the Horsemen. I don't believe what we've just seen, fans. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Barry Windham is the newest member of the Horsemen. We thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week in Philadelphia.